Welcome guys, welcome to another video lecture on the series of human reproduction. Today I will be teaching you the gametogenesis or the formation of the gametes, either it is male gamete, sperm cell, female gamete, ovum cell. So this production of these gametes are called as gametogenesis. So let's start with gametogenesis. So here you can see gametogenesis. You know gamete means either it is male gamete or female gamete. Male gamete or female gamete. So you can see the formation of male gamete is called as spermatogenesis and the formation of female gamete is called as oogenesis. So this is very easy, you can easily understand. The formation of male gamete, spermatogenesis, because sperms are developed, and formation of female gamete, ovum, formation of ovum is called as oogenesis. It's very easy. So this is also important, and let's see. Here you can see in the left side the formation of how the male gamete is produced or the sperm cells, and in the right side you can see the formation of female gamete or the ovum cell, how ovum cell is produced. So this is a ovum, this is a structure of ovum, and this is the structure of sperm cell. So this is a ovum cell and this is a sperm cell. Okay, so let's start. As we know, we all know, we have already learned in the previous lectures. You can see in the I button above that about the male reproductive parts and female reproductive parts. So if you have not seen yet, you can see it here in the I button. By clicking on the I button, you can see the male reproductive parts. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the male reproductive part, that is the, so I am just showing you roughly the male reproductive part. Here this is the testis, and from testis, inside the testis there are many lobes. These are called as testicular lobe, and inside the testicular lobe there are seminiferous tubules, 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. So let us see, this is the seminiferous tubule. Okay, so here there are many kinds of cell, many different types of cell. Some of them are spermatocytes, and inside this seminiferous tubule the sperm cells are produced. So here you will see the spermatogonia or spermatogonia, then Sertoli cells. Here you will find Sertoli cells, you will find primary oocyte, secondary oocyte, spermatids, spermatozoa. These all you will be finding inside the Sertoli cell. So inside the seminiferous tubules. Okay. So this seminiferous tubule, let us see, this is the seminiferous tubule, and here these are the many different kinds of cells, and from here these sperm cells are produced. I have shown it here. So this is the tubule, and here you can see the tubule. This I have drawn it very nicely, you can see. So here let's concentrate on the nice picture. Here you can see this is the spermatogonium or the mother cell for producing of sperm. Sperm mother cell. These are this blue color I have drawn, all are sperm mother cell or spermatogonium. Spermatogonium, they are capable of producing sperm cell. Sperm cell produce korbo karone sakkam ase. They are capable. So the spermatogonium further differentiates and it forms this red color cell or primary oocyte. So here after meiosis, you know what is meiosis, what is mitosis. You can also check this meiosis, mitosis in the first year class 11 chapter cell. There you can see my difference between mitosis and meiosis. You can check it. So after meiosis, or from twice n chromosome it becomes n number of chromosome in primary spermatozoid, then again it becomes meiosis and it becomes n number of chromosome, it becomes secondary spermatocyte. From secondary spermatocyte the spermatids are produced. Spermatid means these are not fully grown or they are not motile, they cannot move, but they are similar to the mature sperm cell. So these are called as spermatids. So after maturation they keep on maturing. After maturation they form the sperm cell or the spermatozoa. And zoa comes from the Greek word, it means motile, to movement, that have the ability to move. Then it becomes spermatozoa. This spermatid cannot move, spermatozoa can move. Now see, who is controlling the this spermatogenesis? This is the spermatogenesis process I have discussed. So who is controlling it? Spermatogenesis is controlled by the hormones. Which hormone? Since we are getting puberty, you know what is puberty? You can check it in my previous lecture. Puberty means, simply I am telling that we have the ability to reproduce, the maturity and reproductive maturity, or the gaining of the reproductive maturity by any organisms. It may be male human, female human. So when they get the maturity of reproduction, that is period is called as maturity, and that maturity is called as puberty. Okay, so for male the puberty comes from 13 to 14 years. From 13-14 years onwards, the puberty is, puberty appears. In case of female, the puberty comes from 11 to 13 years. So this is very simple, 11 to 13 years, and for male, 13 to 14 years. So here at puberty, the spermatogenesis starts, and in this period, 13 to 14 years at puberty, we have our brain becomes active toward the sexual performances, sexual activities, sexual visuals, sexual videos. So these humans' brain become active. Why it becomes active? Because of the hypothalamus. You can check this video in the in class 11 in the chemical coordination sector. You can see that, or the hormones. You can see that. So here this is the hypothalamus. From hypothalamus, GnRH hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone, is released from the hypothalamus, and below the hypothalamus there is a pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland, this hypothalamus acts on the pituitary gland, and from the pituitary gland a hormone from the anterior pituitary, a hormone which is called as LH plus FSH. LH means luteinizing hormone, FS means follicle stimulating hormone. So FSH and LH are released from the pituitary gland from the anterior position. So LH acts on the Leydig cell. Leydig cells. So LH acts on the Leydig cell. This Leydig cell also present inside the testis. Inside the testis, seminiferous tubules. The Leydig cells in between the two tubules, there are some interstitial space. There the Leydig cells are present. Suppose this is a tubule and this is a tubule. So here some cells are there, Leydig cells. So Leydig cells are becoming activated, and they further produce some hormones that is called as androgen. And androgen controls spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is controlled by the androgen hormone. So this is very important hormone, androgen, and the function is to promote spermatogenesis at puberty. Puberty means 13 to 14 years after attaining the reproductive maturity. Then another hormone, this is FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. FSH acts on Sertoli cells. You know what is Sertoli cells? Sertoli cells are also these Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells, what it does, the function, now I'll say the Sertoli cells function is to provide nutrition to the sperm cells. See, sperm cells are eating. Sperm cells are eating Sertoli cells. So these are Sertoli cells, and sperm cells are eating them because they provide nutrition to the sperm cell. Sperm cells can move, they have life, they are motile, they have the ability to move, they have the ability to fertilize. So they are living, they have to eat. The nutrition is provided by the Sertoli cell to the sperm cells. Up to when they will be present inside the testis, inside the fossa deferens, then epididymis, rachidestis, then prostate, then you will get in the vesicles. So everywhere this sperm cells stays and gains the maturity. So when they present inside the Sertoli cells, they provide the nutrition from the Sertoli cells. So when they are present inside the seminiferous tubules, Sertoli cells provide them nutrition. After that, the sperm, actually we know the viscous sperm, that is the semen actually. So semen is the combination of sperm cell plus the this is the liquid or the mixture of nutritions. That means fructose, then some citric acids are present inside the liquid part, and the cells are also there. This together called as semen. So here in one ejaculation, at the time of sex, after releasing of the sperm cell, that means semen, releasing the semen, there are how many sperm cells? About 300 million sperm cells are present at one ejaculation. So here FSH stimulates the Sertoli cell, and Sertoli cell helps in spermatogenesis. That means they does not promote or directly promote spermatogenesis, but they help in spermatogenesis and provide nutrition to the sperm cell. Next, let us see what are sperm cells. We all have learned about the spermatogenesis, formation of sperm cell. Let's see the structure of sperm cell is very important. Sperm cell, this comes in your HS second year examination, each and every repeating 2 or 3 after 2 or 3 years. The diagram comes of 3 marks. You can check it. So let's see the structure of sperm cell. So here this is the sperm cell, and let me rub these unnecessary things. You will hope you have understood that things. This is the sperm cell, clear structure. You can draw it exactly, and you will have to level it exactly. You can draw it. You'll get full mark. That is, I'm giving you 100% guarantee. So here you can see the part. Don't make any mistake. This is the acrosome, and above the acrosome there is a membrane that is called as plasma membrane. We all know what is the plasma membrane. If you don't know, you can check it in my cell playlist. There you will get the what is plasma membrane. Then inside the plasma, this part is called as the head. So these all constitute the head. So I'll get this side head. This is the neck. So this is the middle piece. This is the middle piece. This is the neck, and this is the tail. So you have understood? Here inside the head, the nucleus with chromosomal material. That means the chromosomes are present. Simply we can say what are chromosomes. We will check it in the playlist of cells. Then below the head there is the neck. We all have a neck, head, neck. Then we have the middle piece. This is the middle piece, chest. And inside the middle piece there are many mitochondria. And you know the function of mitochondria very well, because these mitochondria are very important part of the cells. These are called a powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria are called a powerhouse of cell. So this is a cell, and mitochondria provides the power for what? For what? Power for motility. Power for motor, so that the sperm cell can move. So they need energy. So this energy provided by mitochondria at the time of formation. After that comes the tail. So here is a hinge, and that provides the motility of the sperm cell. When the sperm cell is moved like the tail of fish or snake. Snake does not have any fin. So when they move the tail, so snake goes very fast. So it can move in water. Or this is the same process by which the sperm cell moves. Moves where? Inside the female body. Inside the uterus of the female body. Through the fallopian tube. Up to here, let us conclude. So hope you have understood this video. And if you have not understood, you can comment me in the comment section below. And please subscribe the channel and stay tuned for more videos and very interesting videos. So let's end up to here. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.